Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Today we have a Supreme Court decision and we kind of lost this one. So just wanted to make you aware of that. It's not good news if you love freedom, but whatever. The case is United States versus Rahimi. Rahimi is a scumbag. Let me first say that. Rahimi got charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. He was a stalker. He fired some shots at some people and stuff like that. But the crux of the case is, do you have the right to disarm someone because they are a felon? Basically is what the case is all about. And by a ruling of 8-1, the Supreme Court said yes. They found, since the founding era, that an individual. Let me just read you what Roberts said. Roberts is the guy who authored it. He is Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and he wrote that since the founding of our nation's firearms laws have included provisions preventing individuals who threaten physical harm to others from misusing firearms. So basically, he is saying that disarming people because they are felons, violent felons, not really sure how far it goes, is consistent with the text, tradition, and history of the Second Amendment. He was joined by everyone else besides one person. The only person that said, hey, you cannot do this, is Clarence Thomas, which you can probably guess. Clarence Thomas, if he had his way, he would go ahead and rule that the individual has, you can't take away a person's right because they are a felon. But the rest of the justices disagreed with him on that. So he is the only dissenting opinion. There is a bunch of opinions that there are a bunch of different reasons why they came to it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share the actual link out there to the opinion if you want to read it all through in the comments. So right now you can see right there. And so this reverses the Fifth Circuit's decision. And this is what Roberts wrote about that decision. He wrote, some courts have misunderstood the methodology of our Second Amendment cases. The precedent were not meant to suggest a law trapped in amber. Otherwise, he explained, the Second Amendment would only provide protection to muskets and sabers. So I don't know. It really didn't cut back on Bruin that much, but hey. He said, then let me read you some other stuff he said. He said, why and how the regulation burdens the right are central to this inquiry. For example, if the law at the founding regulated firearms used to address particular problems, that will be a strong indicator that contemporary laws imposing similar restrictions of similar reasons fall within a permissible category of regulation. So we lost this one, guys. Not much to say about that. We lost this one. Rahimi, it was always a landmine case. And we kind of expected that a little bit. The range would have been a better case for us on the Supreme Court level. But yeah, we lost this one. So the Fifth Circuit decision was reversed, and the Supreme Court says that you can disarm violent felons, and it was by a wide margin. I disagree with them on that, of course, as you can probably tell as well. But yeah, the Supreme Court did reverse the decision and Rahimi. What does this mean? It means that violent felons can be disarmed. The anti-gunners was looking for Bruin to be cut back drastically. That was not the case. So if you want to look for a silver lining, they didn't cut back Bruin decision drastically. They just added more outline. Will this be exploited by the anti-gunners? Absolutely. They're probably dancing right now, and they're probably going to try to twist its decision to apply to other things. I'm not sure if they will be successful, but we will see. We still have a few outstanding issues with SCOTUS. We don't know when those will be decided, probably within the next week or so. And the case that I'm most looking forward to is Looper Enterprises, which is a case that might roll back Chevron deference. We will. So does this mean nonviolent felon? That was not the question. It doesn't talk about nonviolent felons at all. It talks about violent felons. Okay. So let's see here. So basically, they said, confirm what common sense suggests. This is Roberts. When an individual poses a clear threat of physical violence to another and is threatening, and the threatening individual may be disarmed. So that means if they determine that you are a threat, that they can disarm you. This will be exploited via red flag laws. I'm sure when red flag laws, which are being challenged across the country, go up because it actually, violates due process, they are going to reference the Rahimi case to prove the constitutionality of red flag laws. We'll have to see what happens. So, yeah, this is not a good decision, but it was an expected decision. Now, getting back to the cases that, one other thing. Roberts also says a law from the founding era does not have to be identical to the current law. So that will also expand the amount and the different types of laws that the antis can use to prove an analog. So if they say that, this law is not the same, it's different, it could be really, really different. And depending on the court, because there's a lot of, I leave for vacation tonight. There is a lot of activist judges out there that's going to expand this one as far as it can go, because the law just has to be a little bit similar. Yeah, so this is not a good decision, but it is expected. All right, now let's talk about the cases. Get back to the cases. Sorry, I jumped around there a little bit. Okay, in the Looper case, that will go ahead and cut back on Chevron deference, which will help our side. Hopefully, that will come out soon. We should know something very, very soon on that one. Within the next 6 days, we should know. The Supreme Court's decision, the Supreme Court's term ends on Thursday. There's still an open discussion on how long the felon is prohibited. It seems to say that once they are no longer a danger, then they should get their firearms back. But I don't know. That's just me reading into it. But getting back to the Looper thing, if the Looper thing knocks down Chevron, that would be good for us because we all know the ATF uses Chevron a lot to make their decisions. There is also a couple cases that are outstanding that are going up for cert. We might get those soon, whether cert is denied or cert is accepted or whatever, cert is granted. What's writ certiorari is basically when you go to the Supreme Court, you go ahead and apply for a writ certiorari, which means you petition the court to take your case and hear your case. The court can either deny cert or grant cert. There's 2 cases out there that are waiting. One is the Antioch case, which is challenging the New York Concealed Carry Improvement Act. That is up for cert. Hopefully we'll get something on that soon. The lawyers on the Antioch case is Rob Olson, who is actually going to be at my house pretty soon. He's just coming over to hang out for a little bit. And Steven Stimbolia. Steven is the actual guy that argues the case. Yeah, that might not be good. Show you guys my ATF computer over here. I'm joking. I'm not with the ATF. So that is coming up shortly. We might get cert or you might get cert denied. Once I know, I will let you guys know, as long as I'm not on an airplane or out in the fjords of Iceland. I'm going to Iceland tonight. The other case that we're expecting to find out is the Illinois assault weapons ban cases. There's a bunch of Illinois assault weapons ban cases that have been combined, and yeah, we should know whether they grant cert or not to that. I'm excited about both of those because I think those are both wins at the Supreme Court level. We'll just have to wait and find out if they grant cert or not. If they do grant cert, it will be held close to next fall, and we should know something by the end of the next term, and then we'll figure out where we go from here on those issues. But this is not a win, but yeah. Oh well, it didn't go our way. From everything I was hearing, I didn't think it was going to go away, but it didn't. Oh my goodness. One other thing, Sotomayor and Kagan also stated that they didn't believe that Bruen was right. There we go. Which is interesting. Where they actually came out and said, "Oh, we disagree with Bruen," and we're going to put in there, "We disagree with Bruen," and this is why we're deciding we're doing it. If you read through the case, it seems like every judge had their own concurring opinion or dissent. Well, one dissent, Thomas, but the other judges, they all had different reasonings for getting to the same place, which makes it kind of muddled. But yeah, Judge Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts is the guy that actually wrote the decision. So in the long run, what he says is key. But Sotomayor has already said that courts can use this to clarify the historical inquiry part of Bruen. Let me read this. She says, She was troubled by Bruin's myopic focus on history and tradition, which fails to consideration to the real and present stakes of the problem our society are facing today. Which is definitely interesting because that is going to be exploited. So our freedoms have been curtailed a little bit, but not by that much. And with that, I think we are going to get out of here. I got a lot to do before I actually get going. Dark better pick up his damn couches today. That's all I got to say. I need them out of the house. My new couches should be here after my original couches were stolen by pirates. Like not the porch pirates, but like actual skinny guys in boats with AKs. They stole my couches, which I ordered from overseas, and yeah, kind of crazy. All right, guys. I won't be on that much next week. I will try to make a video here or there, but I don't know how good my internet connection is going to be. And yeah. Also, I have another video I'm going to drop. I haven't been able to get to. The nonviolent felon issue was not addressed in this case at all. So nothing changed on that front. That still needs to be challenged. But yep. And I will be back in a week. I hope you guys have a great week. Looper Enterprises might be coming up. Also, the Antioch decision, whether they grant cert or not, and also the Illinois assault weapons ban will be coming up. So hopefully we'll have answers on those within the next 6 days or so. And enjoy. Yeah, Thomas ADX 920 wants to know if Thomas mentioned anything. Thomas, those hardcore, this violates the Constitution. I'm an originalist, and we need to keep the originalist interpretation of the Constitution. Thomas is a constructionist, so of course he said that. All right, guys. I hope you have a fun week and stay safe. I will see you probably try to make a video or two while I'm over there, but it won't be every day or whatnot. But if I don't, I hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully we have some good news by the time I get back. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. I got to record another video today. And with that, we are out of here. So thank you very much. Remember, I love you.